Larry? Oh, boy. Okay, does anybody know how to transfer a call?
Who are you transferring?
It's Larry from New York.
Oh, they make the best pizza.
Oh, deep dish is my favorite.
Guys, he's on hold, I think.
I've got a tiny tummy.
Yeah, it's
Larry?
filling.
Carbolicious.
Okay, but I think I hung up on him.
My mom makes really good
Hello?
pizza.
Have you tried pineapple pizza?
No.
Don't.
He's a big client. I think I lost him.
Look, Scratch came through.
If we win, pizza party.
Are you... Oh, no. Larry?
Break out and live a little
Larry?
with scratch games from the Minnesota
Larry?
State Lottery.
The second annual St. Paul Summer Beer Fest is presented by Chop Liver LLC and the St. Paul Saints. It's coming to Midway Stadium parking lot on Sunday, June 20th. Sample a wide range of brews and enjoy live entertainment from 1 to 5 p.m. Tickets are available now at the Saints box office or online at stpaulsummerbeerfest.com. Purchase your tickets now as last year's event sold out. Our stat man Harley's a big beer guy.
He's a big beer brewer.
Big beer brewer. He will be there. Tim Hutting will be the first man that Joe D'Alessandro will face. Right-handed reliever.
Comes in with a runner at first and one out. He checks that runner. That's Antonsen, who's had 6 stolen bases on the season.
D'Alessandro, a rookie, although did spend some time with Wichita last year. Checked his swing, committed, and it's a strike to Hutting. Outside. One down here in the 8th. 2 runs across for the Pheasants.
The big blow being a 2-run home run by the number 9 hitter Eddie Rodriguez.
Runner goes, vacates the spot at second. A great hit and run effort there for Sioux Falls, and they'll have runners at the corners. Hutting punches one through the right side, which brought Carter to the bag at second, leaving a hole there for the single.
A base hit, now the 9th hit for Sioux Falls.
And this is Doogie's favorite player, Reggie Abercrombie.
Well, not. It's
his friend's favorite player.
It's the Rusco Suite attendee's favorite player. 2.
And he may have grounded in a double play. Nice play by Mays. It's short. The flip to Carter, not in time to first. Another run comes in, but now 2 down. So Hutting cut down at second. Abercrombie too quick to turn 2 on.
Picks up his 23rd run batted in.
It's 4-2 Sioux Falls. Brings up Bo Torbert,
who has been quiet tonight.
So don't wake him up. Runner breaks, great jump, throw down, not in time, and a stolen base by Abercrombie.
You would hope that you would know that he's 13 for 13 in stolen bases on the season, and with a 2-run lead, he likely would be off, and that is his 14th steal. No hesitation whatsoever by Abercrombie.
So another runner in scoring position. See if D'Alessandro can leave him there. Misses outside. Well, for the Saints in the bottom of the 8th, they'll go Sheldon Cooper Alley, 3-4-5. It's not bad bats to have up. One, fouled off right side.
Torbert hitting at entering tonight's play, 407. Don't see too many hitters at that 400 mark 2 months into a baseball season.
Swing and a miss, but the damage done. Sioux Falls puts up 3. They lead it by 2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th.
Terry Overacker Plumbing has over 30 years experience and expertise on repairs, fixture installation, and bath remodels. They offer quality material and service to customers at a fair price. Their fully equipped mobile warehouse vehicles can save you time and money by reducing supply trips. Terry Overacker offers BioClean, an environmentally and safe drain cleaner. You can also take advantage of their service agreement to save money and protect your investments. Call Terry Overacker Plumbing today at 763-572-8880.
Hey fans, in case you're listening and not watching tonight's game, did you know that all Saints home games are broadcast live on IBN Sports? That's right, you could be watching all the action right now simply by logging on to www.ibnsports.com. Log on to www.ibnsports.com to see all the Saints action all season long. Miss a game? No problem. Every Saints home game is archived on ibnsports.com website, so you can watch every game anytime. Again, log on to ibnsports.com to see all the Saints action live and on demand.
Do you think that there was a reason why that adult was seated between those two young boys at the ball game that we were showing as we came back?
You think they were separating?
I think they were being separated. Wave, you're on TV. Pitching change for the Pheasants. I tell you what, sometimes it's good to be a reliever because Zachary came on. In fact, came on and pitched in the 6th. Did a nice job. Then gave up 2 runs in the 7th. And at that point stood to be the losing pitcher. But then his team got 3 more back. So right now he went from being the losing pitcher to possibly the pitcher of record.
Here's Ole Sheldon. It's Sheldon Cooper Alley. My favorite is when you'll get a relief pitcher coming out of the bullpen, throw one pitch, get a guy out, and then ends up his team rallies and he gets the win.
Skated to the win.
Swinging and miss off speed, 78 miles an hour.
Pluta likes to change speeds, a lot of herky-jerky motion. And then right at the end, he kind of pulls the string on a big sidearm slider.
Comes 89, misses inside. lifted foul over our heads and out of play. Now, you spent some time obviously as a relief pitcher, and they've created a new, like, hold is now a new. How did you judge yourself as a reliever? Because so many things could go one way or the other off of just one pitcher or one at bat when you're a relief pitcher. Where a starter, has 5, 6, 7, 8 innings to kind of establish himself, or a closer kind of has that one inning. When you're more of a middle relief type guy.
Well, I never really, I guess, looked at stats. Unfortunately, I had a manager and a pitching coach in the minor leagues that didn't concentrate on stats too much. I looked at runs allowed, and usually if you wouldn't allow runs to score, it usually meant that you held it. I can't even recall if we had. I don't think we had a cold classification back when I played, like 20 plus years ago.
It's relatively new, 10, 15 years. And I guess one theory on that, maybe that's an arbitration deal or a salary deal where you have to create some sort of stat to pay a guy or whatever.
It could be somebody made it up, and it became a stat, and they've used it to their benefit, trying to bring, I guess, additional credibility to a reliever and what they do. Because for so many years, a reliever, unless you were a closer, if you weren't the closer, you were just a pitcher on the club that either had to go in. How about, for some time I was the mop-up guy or the long guy, which is usually considered the 10th pitcher on the staff. Now what do they have, 12, 13 pitchers?
Yeah.
So if you're that 13th guy, you're usually that mop-up guy. The only time you get to come in is when we're way behind, and then give me some innings.
I think Rodriguez might have got nicked again on the hand.
Loon sooner or later to get it behind that glove.
Maybe needs a second glove. 1-2 to Cooper with Sheldon over at first base. Saints trail it by 2. In the dirt, Rodriguez stops it. It's 2-2.
Outfield deep for Cooper.
Fought off left side. Cooper, Josh Alley, who homered for the Saints' first run of the game back in the 7th inning, waits on deck.
I'd like to get Cooper aboard here and give Alley a whack. He's having a nice night. Sheldon going nowhere with a 2-step lead.
Line drive in the right field for a base hit. So Cooper singles, Sheldon holds at second, and Josh Alley, who homered, now has a chance with 2 on. All this needed to do was stay fair down the right field line, and it did.
And that just happened last inning. That was leading off the 7th. Saints would come around to score another run after Krause doubled and scored. And now another little rally. Alley at the plate. No activity down in the Pheasant bullpen. Runners at first and second. Nobody out.
Perhaps talking about strategy. Lamar Rogers peers in the dugout for George Samus. Now he'll run through a series of signs.
Sioux Falls trying to figure out, will Alley bunt here? And I hope that's not the case.
I was going to say, the guy that hit 350 down the line, you're going to ask him to bunt a couple of runners over down by 2.
Especially facing a right-handed pitcher.
The outfield very shallow. Alley does show bunt, with the shortstop Hudding racing in behind Sheldon at second. A lot of things going on that play.
Big hole on the left side.
And actually, Singh is giving the signs defensively. A lot of times you see the catcher do that, but Singh looking into the Sioux Falls dugout and calling out the defensive alignment. We'll see what Alley does here with the 1-ball count. No sign of bunt there, over for a strike. Here's your chess match. Here's the 1-1. Driven foul out of play.
Fights it off, an inside fastball.
Brent Krause waits on deck. He doubled and scored a run to back up Alley's home run back in the 7th. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss. A big strike out there as Alley goes down swinging.
This is if Alley got fooled on that pitch. I mean, it looked like a fastball right down the heart of the plate, and Josh was very late in his swing. It was a huge out for Puda. There you see a swing and a miss. Mike Myers is going to come out real quick and talk with his catcher, Rodriguez.
Figuring out how they want to deal Brent Krause. So Sheldon at second, Cooper's at first. There's a man down for Brent Krause with his club down 2 here, bottom of the 8th inning. Fastball for a strike.
Outfield very deep for Krause, much like they were for Alley.
Pluta popping the glove 89 miles an hour. Driven to right. It gets down and looks for the corner. Sheldon will score. Krause pulls up at second. Rogers holds Cooper at third. An RBI double for Brent Krause cuts the lead 4-3. Second double in as many innings for Brent Krause, this time driving in a run.
0-2. Pluta comes right at Krause and challenges him with a fastball right over the middle of the plate. See it again. I mean, the breaking ball, I guess, that stayed over the plate, and Brent just takes it the other way and lines it into the right field corner. It's enough for Sheldon to come around and score. Cooper with a good head of steam, but a good decision by Lamar Rogers, the Saints' third base coach, to hold him as the Peasants did a nice job of getting the relay in quickly, and now it's going to be up to Butler to be a potential hero, but they're going to take that opportunity away from him because they're going to intentionally walk him and face the light-hitting Zach Larson.
Fans here at Midway don't like it. I think Steve Shirley is more worried about winning a ball game than pleasing the fans at this point. So Butler will get the pass to load the bases with 1 out, with Sioux Falls now clinging to a 4-3 lead.
A big opportunity for Larson.
He's still searching for his first RBI with the St. Paul Saints.
Had 2 good at-bats. In fact, his last 2 at-bats where he was able to coax a couple bases on balls, but we may not see Zach Larson. We may see the left-handed swinging Andrew Schmeezing. It will be the local product on Woodbury, getting an opportunity here in a clutch situation to tie up a ball game, or even be better yet, put his club ahead.
Schmeezing hitting .217. He's appeared in just 8 games, has 23 at-bats and 5 hits in those 23 at-bats.
A regular in center field for St. Paul last season. He runs well.
So a chance for Schmiesing off the bench.
Singh, the first baseman, Lawhorn, the third baseman, in on the grass. Anything hit to them, they're coming home.
Schmiesing at one point a leadoff hitter for this team, so naturally you think a guy with a good eye, patient at the plate.
And good production last season, Ron, with the bases loaded. 4 for 8 and 5 runs batted in.
1-0 misses.
Very good eye at the plate, and right now, looking at a hitter's count, Schmiesing likely will be taking a pitch, at least one strike.
Pluta knows that, tries to sail one over and misses. And Schmiesing might as well lay the bat on the ground.
We've already seen one run scored via a bases loaded walk. Could it happen again?
There's a good chance, but not on that pitch. 3-1.
The 3-1 or the 3-0 pitch is easier to get over for a strike than the 3-1 pitch.
And the second bases loaded walk to score a run, this time in favor of St. Paul, and they tie it up at 4 as Andrew Schmiesing comes off the bench and draws a pinch hit walk and gets an RBI. So Cooper scores the 4th run for St. Paul. Kraus moves to 3rd, put Butler at 2nd, and Schmiesing's at 1st for the number 9 man, Steve Mays.
And Mays had the big hit back in the 7th, the previous inning. That's what, at that time, plated Brent Kraus with what was the go-ahead one when the Saints were ahead 2-1. Again, Steve Mays an opportunity to come through, and the first pitch to him catches the outside corner for a strike.
Oh, 1-1.
You can see Pluta's got pretty good action on his fastball. It sinks well, but he's just missing below the knees. And with his delivery and with his sink, it's ending up down at the ankles, and he's not throwing bad pitches. He's just missing low.
Line drive center field in front of Abercrombie. How many will score? Kraus comes home to score. Following him to score is Butler, and the St. Paul Saints take a 2-run lead on an RBI single from Steve Mays, his 3rd run batted in of the ball game.
And again, staying nice and compact. Mays just driving it back up the middle. This time it was a line drive. Last inning it was a ground ball base hit. Pretty good pitch down and in. You can see Mays just going down and fighting it off. And a nice job of clutch hitting by Steve Mays, both in the 7th and now again a big single here in the 8th. Plates 2 more.
6-4 Saints. Still only 1 down. Brandon Singh once again will come over and talk to Pluta. Singh been very active talking to the pitchers tonight. Saints trailed it by 1, led it by 1, trailed it by 2, lead it by 2. Brandon Raposa in the bullpen for Sioux Falls, and Rodriguez is going to go talk to Pluta as Mike Meyer just kind of peering down the bullpen, or excuse me, at Steve Shirley, and he'll make the move.
Shirley taking as much time as possible as he's trying to get some additional throws for his reliever.
Well, the wheels falling off for Sioux Falls. St. Paul tries to keep the wheels turning when we come back on 45. Back at Midway Stadium, the St. Paul Saints now lead at 6-4. And on your next visit to town for a Saints game, make the Holiday Inn Express Roseville your home away from home. The hotel offers clean, comfortable, and spacious rooms and is conveniently located approximately 2.5 miles north of the stadium off of I-35W and County Road C. Ask for the St. Paul Saints rate of $74 per room per night for a standard king or double queen room. Call 800-451-7258 for reservations.
And if you mention Tom Whaley's name when you check in, they'll give you a free breakfast.
Is that right?
That is correct.
I don't live too far from there, so could I just get up out of my house and run down there for some free breakfast?
Well, no, what did I say? When you check in,
If I check in, okay.
You have to mention Tom Whaley's name.
Sounds like a good idea.
For those viewers that are wondering, well, who in the heck is Tom Whaley? Tom Whaley is the Executive Vice President of Business Development for the St. Paul Saints, and he's been with the Saints, I'm going to say, as long as I've been. I've been broadcasting for 18 years, and I think Wales has been here every year.
So top of the order now, Kobe Smith lays down a bunt, pops it up in the air, and lands safely foul. Brandon Raposa, the right-hander, comes in the ball game out of the pen for Steve Shirley. Schmeezing, who came into the game as a pinch hitter, worked himself a walk to knock in a run, is at second. Steve Mays, the big RBI single to plate 2, is at first. Just one down here, bottom of the 8th for St. Paul.
Smith trying to come up with a hit with runners on. What was the stat earlier? 1 for 34, I think it was. Kobe Smith is with runners on base, not just runners in scoring position, but runners on 1 for 35, I guess is the updated stat. Obviously, runner at first and second.
Well, if he doesn't get anything to hit, then not much you can do about it.
Big hole on the right side. Be nice if Smith could punch one through and not only kind of end that unfortunate streak, but also played another run. Schmeezing runs well at second.
Driven high in the air to center. Abercrombie, a couple of steps back, makes the catch. And make it 1 for 36 for Smith with runners on. So 2 out now for Brandon Carter.
Carter, the 9th Saints hitter, to step in the box this inning.
No action in the St. Paul bullpen, so expect Joe D'Alessandro to come back out.
Yeah, leave it up to him. Let him do it. And what was the stat now? When we were trailing after 8,
it was 0-10.
0-10. When we're tied after 8, 1-5. But when we're leading after 8, 10-0.
10-0. That ball gets through Rodriguez, and both runners move up 90 feet. He might have been tied up there, crossed up.
So with the Saints ahead 6-4 and looking to add more to it, we both know that they're going to be leading after 8. So does that mean we even have to play the 9th inning? With that 10-0
There's been
record?
9 runs scored in the last, 7 outs, 8 outs? Carter looking for his first hit in what is now his 5th plate appearance, 0 for 4.
And Carter could use a base hit because it would plate 2. Need to get him going.
Instead, a couple of hops to first to retire the side, but not before the St. Paul Saints put up 4 and lead it 6-4 here at Midway.
What do we have here?
It's just some cheesecake from last
Dibs.
night. What?
I called dibs.
You can't call dibs.
I just did. Dibs.
Yeah, but I paid for it, and it was my birthday.
Happy birthday. Dibs.
Okay, fine, let's split it.
60-40 me.
No.
80-30 me.
What? 80-30, that doesn't even make any sense.
68-35.
Scratch games! I can win up to 200 grand?
Dibs.
Break out and live a little with scratch games from the Minnesota State Lottery.
Those folks happy they stuck around. Saints up 6-4 as we go to the ninth here at Midway Stadium. Late rally for St. Paul. Some changes for you. Jared Horan stays in to play catcher, and going out to center field is Andrew Schmeezing. And that's Joe D'Alessandro who'll stay in and pitch.
Been an interesting ball game, Ron. I mean, through the first 5 innings, no runs scored. The last 3 have, produced 10 runs. So once you got to both clubs' bullpens, it made quite a bit of difference. See if D'Alessandro can shut this thing down and
do up Singh, Lawhorn, and Jobs as Singh takes a strike. 5, 6, 7 for Sioux Falls. 0-2. This is the K-Man as well. Hasn't produced a strikeout yet for the home fans. Outside, 1-2. Free food for everybody.
a big strikeout.
Not only in the ball game, but then the beer stew coupons for the fans that have stuck around here. Trevor Lawhorn 0 for 3 with a walk, also grounded into a double play. So really the big guns here for Sioux Falls have been held in check tonight.
Yeah, you look at Abercrombie, Torbert, and Singh. Between those 3, only 1 hit.
Lawhorn lifts it out to right. Kraus under it. Makes the catch. And Lawhorn came in hitting .378, and he's 0 for 4. SaintsBaseball.com is the online home of the Saints. Check out updated news, videos, player profiles, community appearances, and you can purchase your tickets online. Plus, sign up for our online newsletter and learn more about the latest promotions, merchandise, and more. That's SaintsBaseball.com. Saints 1 out away from a win, and it's Hunter Jobs standing in the way. Strike 1. D'Alessandro, a nice job out of the bullpen for George Samus. Fouled back, 0-2. I think this might be for Chalupa.
The thing I like about Joe D'Alessandro is he gets the ball and he comes right at you. It works quick and he'll challenge you. Pretty good fastball, and right now he's one challenge away from picking up a victory.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. Joe D'Alessandro tough out of the bullpen. The Saints bats rally a couple of times late, and St. Paul beats first place Sioux Falls 6-4 on what started out as a rainy day at Midway and turns into a celebration. Back in St. Paul to wrap it up after this, plus the post-game festivities on 45. Well, the St. Paul Saints break their mini two-game losing streak with a big win tonight over Sioux Falls, 6-4. And what started out as a pitcher's duel then turned out into a need for a couple of rallies for the Saints, and they get it done and get the win 6-4. Let's head to Doogie with Steve Mays, one of tonight's heroes.
And thank you so much, Ron. Here with Steve, as you mentioned, 3 RBIs tonight, the 2 in the 8th, the game-winning runs. Take us through that at-bat, Steve.
Just trying to get a good pitch to hit, put a good swing on it, happened to go in.
0-0 after 5.5. Did you see this many runs coming?
No, I mean, it was a battle all the way through. You know, we got good pitching and warming through a good game, and we just were hanging in there trying to battle for them.
A tough loss last night, some other tough one-run losses. How big is this win?
It feels great, you know, trying to break the streak and just getting a win, it feels good.
You pick up a game on Sioux Falls in the standings. Do you feel like this team has a run in it here through the rest of the first half?
Yeah, you know, I mean, we kind of hit a rough stretch, you know, the last road trip and coming here, but just a few things go right a little bit, and I think we can get on a little bit of a roll.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome. Thank you.
There you have it, Ron and Dana. Steve Mays, the player of the game.
All right, Doogie, we appreciate it, and thanks a lot to Steve Mays for his time, and I'm sure his teammates thank him for his efforts, particularly in the 7th inning and also in the 8th inning. A big 2-run single in the 8th inning to drive in a couple of runs. Our Pioneer Press player of the game is Brent Krause. 2 for 4, a couple of doubles, 2 runs scored, and a run batted in. Reach for a Pioneer Press or log on to TwinCities.com for your local news, reviews, and sports. Proud to be a member of the Saints team. Pioneer Press and TwinCities.com, proud sponsors of fun. That'll do it here from Midway Stadium. We appreciate you sticking it out with us here tonight. The St. Paul Saints rally to win this one 6-4. They'll try to pick up another win tomorrow over Sioux Falls to take the series. That one back on the Saints Cable Network. A 1 o'clock start here on Sunday. Flag Day on Monday against Sioux City on the Saints Cable Network at 7 o'clock. And then Tuesday against the same Sioux City Explorers, a 7 o'clock start on the Saints Cable Network. 6-4, St. Paul over Sioux Falls. For everybody in the truck, my partner Dana Kicker, Doogie down on the field, and Sean Aronson, I'm Ron Johnson. The Saints win it over Sioux Falls 6-4. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, everybody. Thanks for joining us.